Hello, everyone. I'm Jamie Price. Welcome to the August Energies. So, we are continuing through a progression of topics that Ariane, the Laren Council of Time, is moving us through in order to build our creative harmonic, which is the overall energies for 2022. And especially when there is so much change, unknown, chaos in the world, your creative focus to hold that higher harmonic is increasingly more important for you and, of course, then for others. Now, this quarter is about strengthening your foundation so that you're able to navigate that constant change that we're in more easily and therefore hold your creative harmonic, the higher potentials. Now, to support that, I've actually seen a pattern probably within the past couple of months, especially of deep ancestral clearing happening, childhood things coming up for clearing, things that maybe you felt like were already done. So many of you may have been noticing some of those family patterns coming up for healing. And as we build on last month's beingness, that ever changing state of deeper connection, neutrality, the August energies are actually going to take that into action again. And the energies that Ariane is showing me for August are conscious choice. So last month with your beingness, you were offered that opportunity to deepen your internal connection as you interact with life, that blending of the human self and the higher self, the subtle, the expanded, the peaceful, the calm. And then that authenticity and neutrality that your beingness fostered is important as we move into August with your conscious choice. And there are two ways that Ariane talks about this in August's Lyran Perspective channeling. They get into directing your choice, but the foundation of that is first your inner connection so that your ability to choose consciously and to sustain that resonance is strengthening. That's the holding of the creative harmonic, especially in these times of change when the divine feminine empowerment is coming up. That means also releasing the false warrior. You have to nurture that fortitude to let go of unhealthy control so that you're more neutral, you're more in that state of being. So, all that deep ancestral healing that's coming up, making sure that you're resolving any kind of resistance, pain, trauma, anger, any of those energies that distort or inhibit your inner creative flow, your beingness. And then that strengthening protects your inner realm so that the bombardment from the external, other people's energies or opinions, their belief of what is and what will be, that's not overwhelming you consistently. Momentarily is manageable. Consistently becomes toxicity. Then, of course, the other important part after that inner strengthening so that you're prepared for conscious choice, they talk about clarity. And this means making conscious choice from your creative inspiration, your divine uniqueness. This is the beauty of the realm that we're experiencing separation. That diversity of our unique perspectives serves life. And you, light worker, you focus on weaving more love into your perspective so that more love flows into this field of creation that we're all immersed in, holding your creative harmonic. And Ariane also talked about our spiral flow of creation. And that's actually what I'm going to detail in the August Energies teleclass. So I'm excited about diving deeper into that because going with the natural flow of things is so important. You know that you have clarity because the conditions are right. So as you move through August, honor your strength to protect your inner realm and consciously direct your desires. Beingness, along with that, helps you to be able to stay open to that change, especially as you're cultivating that neutrality. And this is the deep connection of the self, human self, higher self, the whole self. And of course, you're also fostering your clarity and weeding out the manipulative information that ends up clouding your ability to consciously choose for yourself. Some of that is consciously manipulative, like propaganda. Some of it's unconsciously manipulative, sometimes even well-intended, like a parent that teaches through fear and control more so than encouraging inner wisdom to foster. You're weeding out your inner focus that doesn't support you so that your inner connection, that strength of beingness, is aligning your human conscious choice with your higher self. And therefore, you're choosing consciously when you're in alignment with your divinity. And actually, the vision for August is going to expand on this, but I'm going to share that when I talk about the light language because it's very interrelated to that. And by the way, instead of giving you an intention, I'm doing a separate video with that. And that does light language, has healing frequencies in it. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're aware of that. And for those of you that are interested in learning light language so that you can expand into that divine communication, I am teaching that for the last time this year in September. So click on the link in the description below or visit my website, jamieprice.com. You'll find that class, teaching that online, all the monthly classes, and so much more. Now, let's talk about the light language and the vision that I was shown for conscious choice. During the light language, I was feeling such strong energy of Gaia's support, just that deep connection. And I was also feeling this really strong, awesome priestess energy. And it was so evident to me that the core of this transmission was about holding the potentials that you're consciously choosing and all of that support that's there for that, deepening that priestess energy that not only honors the divine feminine, that's the vessel for potential, which we each have within us, but it was also about more fully activating the alchemy that's natural to you as you nurture a potential within. And the vision that I was shown the folds of the brain, and I was feeling the expansion of the frontal lobe like a lotus blossoming. And that's that alchemy that helps you create. And I've actually been feeling that since mid to late July. For those of you that are my newsletter, I talked about that and the healing intention that I was using that was supporting that, which I will definitely put in the meditation video for August. But that constant expansion of the frontal lobe, I could feel this energy moving all throughout the brain and felt that universal reflection with that you are a fractal of a vast power. And the priestess energy supported clearing and a deep activation of what is so natural to us. Holding a creative harmonic, nurturing the future, nurturing those higher potentials. So return to the transmission throughout the month when you're feeling drawn and keep that expansion happening within your frontal lobe and the whole brain. In August, foster your inner strength and your clarity, and use that conscious choice to bring more love, more empowerment to this realm. That's what you do, light worker. Enjoy the light language.
Shemnearak, kar, kam jarat nat ut andiarumat bralarat. Kenem stairut unun sukrorum brand chan mnem krorat akrail renet such onub at knendet ia. Enem mnor akrail remat such ansuk omat bren knen hetiar utsul lelester ur gramat nan ekrerat hani ut sum charak kuer grol remet uk sach knende kam jarak nan tanek arot uamahriet such dorne andok al. Brok kand hetcharut amjeren nemor amraret akrol bar nansach ayabtandut himjeruk num mnen such orat ger ukol rnat sup anshakniend hat im mnarak anshurat gelel rni ratsot ant. Ko map anshoot actiere tanan sacer tanum, bral rnet o corat acraim anshoot secchair etiat at so, glel arna arot abrad sharat gnum hetsiach rot oa, dan nam soch mnair o cora cal, candot an sochaim orum, brandat suknem hatcherat dogro salel arni erot oa, charot hnum sacraerot hnum marat, garat hana at sachairor al inimeak orkrum. Ganod knamat dat soch ard, karot halerum at sirumach, brandak nim arut soch agir urut ul renend het iokoquam. Brand handot as soch braer ekderet al rume rund. Kam jurak nam at soch adeat ukturat il remeat sananj. Grandut sukrorum, brandat sikniand hadat neer urut oal, garat ans chaniam, da morbdak anantet nanda karaka toa. Sonum steiruma, kand iknind het eruma, bror angadat il urmet such, mnen haktierut ko ak krandat hamma sucham. Haratatim at such mne. Brand krael harmat sanachant urukrot amjeruk num brandet him such graerut ol karat kran such bderek nind mnand het such akraelal sunjak mnandat iknim konsek jerut krol harmea mnanayet ram such nind hektieret kal urek kam arat sam chanet hini. Hneem brad a kraelar ma at siech uno, karat kneem haptierat dorat karel ruma sanach ktier tiar urumat siech rond okrorat. Belal haram charet siech oknondot unorat am bred tiakrod